नमस्कार दोस्तों. Here we are discussing issue-based current affairs. For that, we have chosen the polity and governance section, in which we will discuss the current affairs or issues in news in May 2022. So let us take our first issue. This is seventh schedule. Why this is in news? Because many experts advocated that we should revisit the seventh schedule. So let us talk about what is seventh schedule. Seventh schedule is basically seventh schedule comes under the Article 2646 of the Indian Constitution, and it talks about the distribution of powers and responsibilities between whom? Center and state governments. So, seventh schedule comes under Article 246, and it talks about the distribution of powers and responsibilities between center and state government. Now, what is seventh schedule? Basically, seventh schedule contains three lists: list 1, list 2, and list 3. List 1 we call it union list. List 2 we call it state list, and list 3 is concurrent list. In union list, some subjects, the seventh schedule basically categorizes the responsibilities and powers between the center and state. That is, some subjects. Subjects means what work or what is the jurisdiction of central and state government to work upon. So the matters that falls in the union list comes under the union government or central government. Here comes under the state government, or means any matter fall under this list. Only the parliament has right to make laws. And here state legislative assemblies will make laws. And in concurrent list, both state and center can make the laws. But but here the federal supremacy is with parliament, means union government. Federal supremacy is with parliament. It means in case of dispute, what type of dispute? If if a law is made by state on some subject that is in concurrent list, and same law is made by center on the same subject, but state law has different provisions and center law has different provisions. So whose law will prevail? In that case, central law will prevail. So, and here one note: Article 248. Article 248. Seventh schedule is in Article 246. But here is Article 248. It talks about the residuary power. What is residuary power? Here. In union list, originally there were 97 subjects. In state list, there were 66 subjects, and in concurrent list there were 47 subjects. Means at the time of framing of constitution, these were the subjects or works assigned to the state union government. But what about those works which are not falls under any of these lists? Under any of these lists. So who will have jurisdiction on those works? So the matters which do not fall under any of the above list are the residuary matters or residuary subject. And who have that power to legislate on them? This power is with whom? Means the matters not in list 2 and not in list 3 are falls under the union government. It means residuary power is with union government. Now let's talk about some update. Update is that originally there were 97 subjects in the union list. They have updated it and now union list has 100 subjects, 97 to 100. And in state list, now state list has 61 subjects, 61 to 66 to 61. And in concurrent list, there are now 52 subjects. So what we have observed in union list, in total, three subjects are increased. In state list, five subjects are decreased, and in concurrent list, five subjects are added. So on this matter, we will talk about later. Now, why this seventh schedule is included in the constitution? Let's talk about that. Why this seventh schedule is in constitution? So first and foremost, it ensures unity and integrity of whom? India, our country. How it will ensure? If we have a strong center and power is already defined and powers are already defined, so there will not be any tendency of secession of any this state. And also center could manage the complex administrative problems, protect the nation against external threats and invasions, also maintain international relations. So for that we need strong center and these matters in union list first. Second, it enables a responsive government. What do you mean by responsive government? Responsive government means the local government comes under the state list. What what is the benefit of keeping this in state list? It will encourage political participation at local level, accommodation of views at local level, means their grievances can be heard in a better way from bottom up approach. ठीक? Now also the rights of minorities rights can be accommodated in better way, and also communitarian values will- can be upheld at local level. So and these all will help in. public policy making, public policy making, and also its implementation, monitoring, and evaluation. So there will be a responsive government. Another point is another point is it help it will help in achieving balanced economic development. Balanced economic development. How? Because seventh schedule favors the allocation of legislative power to the union government to ensure economic development at national level in a coordinated manner and brings parity in social and economic development across state. So at national level, economic power is with whom? Union government. Now, it also promotes diversity. It also promotes diversity. How? By cultural autonomy. And cultural autonomy like the languages, local customs and tradition, all these are in state list. And center also protects them. One thing is that joint committee report 1934 talked that it is necessary to ensure provinces remain truly autonomous, means autonomy of provinces is necessary. Why is it necessary? To determine their jurisdiction independently in order to bolster the spirit of cooperation. It will bring cooperation between union and states, means provincial autonomy will bring cooperation and between union and state, means how union will not be imposing anything on the state in their internal matters. So this is the rationale behind keeping the seventh schedule in constitution. But experts are saying that there is a need to revisit the seventh schedule. There is a need of revisiting seventh schedule. Need of revisiting seventh schedule. Why is this need? First and foremost need is saying that seventh schedule is archaic. Archaic means very old, very old. How this is old? For this, let's talk about the evolution of the seventh schedule. Evolution. Suppose this is a timeline. The in 1861 there is was an act, Indian Councils Act 1861. What this act had, it brought provincial legislative councils with Indian representation, means provincial councils, legislative councils have Indian representation, means Indian members. After that, in 1882, Rippon's resolution. What it had? It introduced the elected municipal councils and rural district boards. After that, in 1909 Act, in 1909 Act, more representation is given in the PLCs. More Indian representation. More Indian representation in PLCs. Then in Government of India Act 1919, Government of India 1919 demarcated, demarcated and separated some provincial and central subject, means demarcated central and provincial subjects. After that, in Government of India Act 1935, Government of India Act 1935, it provide a scheme of distribution of legislative powers into state union list, state list, and concurrent list. And this is the scheme we have adopted in our constitution, Constitution of India. And this scheme is still continuing, and this list is in now seventh schedule of our constitution. So we have seen that this provision is from Government of India Act 1935. So they are saying that it is as per the need and demand of the 1935. Now we have to update it with changing time. It's 2022. So we have updated as per today's need. Second, second about the service delivery. What is the problem with service delivery? Citizens are demanding, increasingly demanding, that there should be efficient service delivery of public goods, efficient service delivery of public goods. But for that, one needs funds, means local government need funds, powers, functions, and officials, functionaries. But who will allocate them? Who have more power in that? Dominated by whom? The central government. So that is why local government can't respond in efficient way to these demands. Next is centralization. Let us see how centralization. We have seen that in union list originally there were 97 subjects. Now these were increased to 100. In state list there were 66 subjects. Now these are decreased to 61. And in concurrent list there were 47 subjects. These are increased to 52 subjects. So here what do we observe? That the subjects matters assigned to state are reduced and matters assigned to union are increased, and in matters in concurrent list are also increased. And we know that federal supremacy on concurrent list is with whom? It is with central or union government. So this is also the issue. Now what could be the way forward? These these are not these not all are on these are not only the issues. We can also quote more issues. So you try to find the more issues. Now, what could be the way forward? First, there should be a high-powered committee. Why do we need this high-powered committee? This committee will suggest redistribution of entries in the seventh schedule in list 1, list 2, and list 3. And eminent lawyers, jurists, and with administrative experiences will be its member. So this is the one suggestion. And second, there should be a institutional framework for a consultative forum of credible policy dialogue between center and state. This will give boost to cooperative federalism. So this is the another suggestion. And here we quote Sarkaria Committee recommendation. Sarkaria Committee recommendation whose report was published in 1998 that residuary powers residuary powers should be transferred from union government or union list to the concurrent list, but accept the power to impose taxes. Power to impose taxes. With whom it should be retained? It should be retained with the union. And another recommendation made by this is on the concurrent list. On concurrent list, what it stated that states should be consulted by center before exercising power over the concurrent list. Means consultation of the state government by the center should be done before exercising power over the concurrent list. Next in line is the MM Punchi Commission. MM Punchi Commission 2010. It said that center should not center should only transfer those subjects to concurrent list. Those subjects to concurrent list which are necessary for ensuring uniformity in basic issues of national policy. So these are the few recommendations regarding the seventh schedule. So guys, this is all for today. Let's meet you in on the next topic.